Nets aren't playing any defense at all. Again, the Brooklyn Nets are the best offense of all time since the Harden trade. And they are the worst defense of all time since the Harden trade. I'm talking statistically. They give up the most points per 100 possessions of all time since the Harden trade, and they score the most points per 100 possessions of all time since the Harden trade. The Clippers have been playing the best basketball in the NBA, but what's funny about this, and we all know it, anyone trust the Clippers when it matters most? Because Kawhi needs Paul George to be actually a better version of his normal self, right? Because Paul George ain't AD. He's not James Harden. Those players are a little better than him. He's really, really good. Those players are a little better. He's a 4.5-star player. Those players are 5-star players, MVP-level players. That's not quite Paul George. So if anything, he needs to elevate under pressure. But at the very least, for them to have a shot, he's got to stay the same dude. He can't get worse. And we all know that always happens to Paul George. And until we see that change in the playoffs, does anyone trust the Clippers? Meantime, the Nets have got to make a move by the deadline. And if they do, and they figure it out on defense, even a little bit, get to be just a mid-pack level defensive team, they're going to have the best offense. Their offense is going to get better than it is now. That offense is scary good because you have three players, never happened before in the history of the game, three players who can all do the following. Get their own shots at an historically elite level, Kyrie, Harden, and KD. Shoot from every level, from outside, mid-range, if Harden never took it, mid-range, in the paint, and from the free throw line at elite levels. It's never happened before. And then the crazy thing is, none of them are the best shooter on the team because Joe Harris starts on that team. It's going to be the best offense of all time. All they have to do is play mid-level defense, but they got to start doing it. Richard from Manhattan, you're on the Max Kellerman Show, ESPN Radio.
Max, the Nets gave up 48 points in the fourth quarter to Washington, correct? 48.
Yeah.
12 minutes are in a quarter,
48.
right, Max? That's 4 points a minute. Follow me?
Mm-hmm.
Each team has 2 possessions in a minute. 4 possessions a minute, roughly 15 seconds a possession, correct? That means Washington scored 2 points on every possession they had in the fourth quarter to get 48 points. That means they never missed a shot.
That's right.
48 points.
Well, I mean, that's not exactly what that means because you can miss it.
Of what
yeah,
happened.
but you're right. Just about. It's like as though they took a mid-range jumper every time and hit it every time. That's right. It's true. It's good math from Richard. It was an atrocious performance, and to give Kyrie credit after his non-effort on the defensive end, he admitted it. He owned it. But listen, they need a defensive rebounder. And Jeff Green as a 4 works in the modern NBA. At the 5, no. You need a guy, even when they have decent defensive kind of sequences, if they don't secure the defensive rebound, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.